annoying. Hey guys, welcome in. It's been a day. We hit legs earlier, got a solid leg workout in, and then I went to work 8 hours. We're out here grinding, one step towards the goal. I've lost another 2.5 pounds this week. I'm officially down 52 and a half pounds, guys. 52 and a half pounds I have lost. What's up, Holly? So I've lost 52 and a half pounds, another 2.5 pounds this week. We are just grinding away. Thanks, Holly. I appreciate that. Double tap that screen, hit that like button. I appreciate it. So, I wish there was a way that I could post. I'm always curious. Hold on a second, guys. I want to look at something. Well, that's green screen. I don't want that. That just saves a highlight. There's not. I was just trying to look. Is there a way you could post a picture that sits up in the corner, while you're live on YouTube, and then verse so I could kind of see. I'd love to post a picture. I see people do it on TT where what they used to look like and what they look like now. I thought that'd be pretty cool while doing cardio to kind of show just the difference in how things look before to now. Susie, how are you doing today? Any baby updates? What up, Say Bree Money, how's it going? She's here, she's beautiful. Oh, so the baby was had. Oh, Susie, that's so excited. How much did she weigh? Guys, I ain't gonna lie. I have zero motivation to do this cardio right now. The only reason I'm here is because it's on the schedule. I'm here. Cardio's on the schedule today. This is where discipline kicks motivation's ass every single day of the week. Because my motivation's at a 0 right now. But my discipline tells me that it's Sunday. Sunday's the start of the new week. You lifted weights, you followed a very good diet today, and now cardio's on the schedule. So it's time to get that cardio done. So I will do 60 minutes of cardio. The last 20 minutes I will be taking karaoke requests, because we've been doing that the last few times, and it's hilarious. I can't sing a lick, but it's always a good time. Sing Shark Doo Doo to Do, and tons of other things. I came over to tell you the singing you did before you came down here made my cat run to the other room. I'm glad I'm not the only one that you don't like to see. Oh my goodness. So, similar funny story. Heather's going through some stuff right now. And I was singing the other day and had her laughing so hard. People had to come and check on her and stuff because they thought she was in trouble. So, my singing apparently isn't as contagious as I think it is. But I have a good time with it. Guys, we got 6 of y'all beautiful folks on. If you haven't done so already, double tap that screen. Hit that like button. I would truly appreciate it. Hey, honey, are you listening? The new shirt I wore today, I was not a big fan. It did not. The new shirt I wore today was not very flattering. I thought it looked terrible on me. Yeah? I was a little self-conscious at work today. Huh? Yeah, I don't think that's it. It just did not hug the right places. But, anywho, we digress. So, Susie, I'm so excited. Did you say how much the baby weighed? How's everybody's day going today? Everybody feeling good? Everybody feel like you have accomplished something? You got any goals set for this week? Anything you want to do or try to do? What's up, Mr. Random? 6 pounds, 13 ounces, 19 inches. It's Susie's daughter had a baby. So yeah, Susie's daughter had her first baby that she's super excited about. Yes, grandbaby. Yeah, it's random. I'm doing great today. It's been a good day. I worked out legs earlier with Feet of Fury, and then I had to hurry up, rush to work, and I worked. Well, I was supposed to work noon to 7, but I ended up working noon to 5:30 or noon till 7:30, and so felt great working at my second job today. I was very busy, and every time I work at my second job, it's always money towards either paying off one of my rental properties or buying my next rental properties. So I love working my second job because I make $33, a little bit over $33, and like it always goes towards something, or I use that money towards family vacation. So this money always has a purpose. It just doesn't just go to the bank like everybody else. Hello, me no speak English. Well, you're doing pretty decent. Probably better than me. Yes, Susie, what's the first thing you're getting the grandbaby? You gotta buy him something nice in the first night. That's the rules. And the pups are doing good. Daniel was actually just live upstairs not too long ago on TT. So, just hanging out with the pups, everybody. But it's time for me to get that cardio in. Thanks, guys, for that 5th and 6th like. I appreciate it. So if you haven't done so already, double tap that screen, hit that like button, hit that subscribe, show some support. You speak Espanol? I do not speak very much Espanol. I can count to like 10, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. I'm pretty sure I missed something in between, but close enough. I got her some blankets and stuffed animals. Nice. Welcome in, Nastia. How are you doing? You changed the first diaper, that's up. I can ask where the bathroom is, and that's about it. So, when I lived in Brno, Czech Republic, I can only say very important things like, yes, jedno pivo, which was, one more beer, please. Or, dobrý den, good morning. Dobro noc, good night. Like, just the very basics, just enough to get by. But when I was over there, I spoke just enough to be able to order my own food at a place. But besides that, I saw the pups on the... Nice! Nasty, I was glad that you were able to pop in and say hi to everybody. We have just been crazy busy because my birthday was Friday. Peyton's birthday was Wednesday. Yesterday we had a big birthday party for Peyton, and we took his friends to like a jump park, and like they went like zip gliding and like this thing, and then we did like cake and ice cream last night. We took them all out to eat. So the last few days have been incredibly busy for us. So what up, Lori? Holly, thank you for the happy birthday. I appreciate that. Guys, I was 39. Next year I'll be 40. I'm not sure how I feel about that. You know, those things like, damn, he's almost 40. Like, whew. At least I look decent for 40. Like, I'm glad I'm still not like 60 or, and I'm probably still 20 pounds overweight. But back in the day when I was like 80 pounds overweight, like, that's embarrassing. Embarrassing. So, I am happy putting in the work day after day. Day after day. Lori, I'm doing pretty good today. Like, I just keep impressing myself by staying disciplined and restarted my diet today because I take Sundays, Saturdays off. Restarted my diet. I lifted weights this morning. I'm getting my hour of cardio in today. My goal by Wednesday is to be below 250. I don't even know if I was 250 when Danny and I first started dating. So, maybe I was like 240, but it was pretty close when the wife and I first started dating. So, Lori, yes, things are going very well. I've been impressed with myself lately. Think of age as levels. You're at level 39. Yeah, I just keep leveling up day after day. Is that what we're going with? Is that what we're going with? I just keep leveling up. I'm not sure if that's a thing. Because, well, I guess it counts if I'm able to retire early. Because that's my big goal, is to be able to retire early. Where did you put the pictures, Susie? I'll have to take a look. Did you put them in like the mod group or what? Whatever helps, yes, exactly. Whatever helps me sleep at night. Well, apparently that's it. Because it's each day I wake up and I'm like, man, like back hurts, shoulder hurts, hip hurts. And yet I keep showing up. Keep showing up. Danny, it would look so nice if you had some furniture out there. Oh, Susie. Crazy how discipline and fitness spreads onto other areas of life. Jacob, I'm telling you, man, that's where I'm at with my life right now. It's all about that grind. Like, stop making excuses and time to achieve things. Like, it's crazy how much my mental focus is so much better now that I started taking care of my physical health. Thanks, Jacob. I try to, especially Matthew, who loves to come down here and lift weights with me. My thing is, at a certain point when I was 303 pounds, I was too out of shape to go play with them. I was too out of shape to do a lot of things. And now that I'm down like 52 and a half pounds, it is so much easier to go outside, throw the football around, go play basketball, do all those things that the kids love to do. Like, I seldom get out of breath anymore doing almost anything outside of running. Danny, do you have a nice wicker? So Danny's she's in the process of basically wants to build like a gazebo or whatever it's called outside and do like this whole fancy stuff outside. So the wife wants to buy all that stuff. So that is what is on her agenda next, is all of that stuff. All right, I'm 35, wake up and I see another gray hair. Look at my beard, Lori. You see this? But what is it, Dark? What's the best way to lose weight? It's pretty simple. That all you have to do is burn more calories than you eat. I know that sounds simple, but that's the reality of it is. There was a doctor that did a study where he ate nothing but kid-sized candy bars for like a month and lost like 20 pounds. And his point he was trying to prove was it's kcal in versus kcal out. Kcal is calories. So kcal in. So if you burn 2,000 calories a day, you eat 1,000 calories a day, you burned 1,000 calories of fat. I believe one pound of fat is what, 3,600 calories. So being a negative for someone like myself, I eat roughly 1,900 to 2,100 calories a day for my food. And then I burn usually about 4,000 to 4,500 calories a day. Like alone, when I do my hour of cardio, I'll burn 500 calories while on this treadmill for an hour. So I lift weights. Actually, the best way to lose weight is to lift weights and put on muscle. The more muscle you have, the more calories you burn while at rest. Which means that the more calories you burn while you're sleeping, the more calories you burn while driving your car, the more calories you burn while at work. So lift weights, put on muscle, and it will help you burn calories. I mean, I burn so much calories per day because of my size. Like, I'm pretty muscular. At this point, I'm 6'2", 250, deadlift 500 pounds, bench press I think like 350, and squat roughly 400. So I have a decent size of muscle on me. I need to lose probably another 20 pounds to really cut up and look like I'm in shape. That'd be great for the summer. Yeah, so Holly, she's in the process of ordering all the things that she needs. So her and I got in a little bit of a deep conversation about it earlier. She's like, when you want to spend money, it's fine, but when I want to spend money, it's not. I'm like, Danny, when I want to spend money, it's a couple $100. When you want to spend money, it's a couple $1,000. That's the difference. But what's that old expression? Happy wife, happy life. So the wife will get her whatever it is she wants, all the pretty things. Imagine sitting outside in the sunset summer in some nice backyard furniture and watching the kids and the dogs play. Holly, I don't know if you've seen our backyard. We have a fully fenced in backyard. So with our yard fenced in, it's kind of already an oasis. And so I love the backyard as is. With we have like my hammock I get to lay on. Big fan of the hammock. The gazebo would be beautiful, Danny. Something you'd be able to use for years. I don't know if that's what it's called, but something like that, Susie, or is what she wanted. Something along those things. And then Bowser wants to... Yes, Bowser spent a lot of my money last year, guys. $27,000 to be exact is what Bowser cost to keep him alive. He tried to test all of my patience. Something for some shade, honey. We have 2 trees back there. We have 2 very large trees in the backyard. Are those not shady enough for you? Are those not shady enough for the Shade Club? You guys ever seen that movie? Am I not turtly enough for the Turtle Club? They just spit everywhere. I just read your comment. No, that's not the limit, it's Bowser. That's not where we're going here. I would love to work from home someday and be protected and be able to sit outside. Oh my gosh, guys, it's getting deep in here. Y'all, I did not bring my shit kickers to the live. You guys did not prepare me for this. Well, honey, you know, if our real estate business really takes off and you just become a full-time property manager, you know, you could just then work from home and do that all day. Outside, right? No, Holly, that is not what we hear. The 27 grand is not the limit. I think I'd have a heart attack. I feel like I need to put a limit on it now. Like this is where we're at. Like this is where we're at. Of course, while sitting outside, right? See? A whole family of gazebos. Well, I wanted to put a big old pole barn upset. I wanted to put a pole barn and move my gym outside, but I feel like that's never going to happen. Hypothetically, what would my limit be? Oh, this is like Russian roulette. I feel like if I go too high, I set myself up for failure. But if I go too low, I'm also failure. I have a number in my head of what would not give me a stroke. Like, I feel like I have a number set in place that I feel like I wouldn't die. But let's ask the people, what is a fair number? Now, Bella does like the head tilt thing to make you feel bad for her. Instead of cardio, could I do high reps, lightweight, to burn fat and build muscle endurance? Absolutely, DIY specialist. Yes. So there's 3 different ways to lift weights. Super heavy sets of 4, which is like an anaerobic. Sets of 8 to 12, which is also anaerobic. It's more of a muscle building, kind of bodybuilding is like 8 to 12 reps. And then you have what's called anaerobic, which is your sets of 20, which will still build a little bit of muscle, but it's more of a fat burning and a cardiovascular type of exercise. So whatever it is, 20 sets, and you want to keep going. Nothing more than 45 seconds in between sets. So keep going heavy or keep going light, or keep going. It's so weird because I do the opposite, so my verbiage is off. But lighter weights, higher reps of 20. Watch a stopwatch or something. Do a set every 45 seconds. That's a perfect way to build fat. I think Bowser's 27. No. You haven't priced it out yet, Susie? My father installed fitness and athletic childhood as well. It is, Jacob. And for my kids, if they ever want to take sports serious, they're very lucky because their dad at one point was a certified personal trainer. So I will be able to educate them through every step of the process all the way through. Absolutely, DIY. What about 3K or under? Susie, we're in the ballpark. We're in the ballpark. I keep seeing Danny at computer with Lowe's website up, waiting for the magic number. Oh no, she's found it through like the TikTok shop and all kinds of other stuff that she's been looking at. He said to me, I spoke to him last time yesterday, smiling. Oh, absolutely, Jacob, that's where it's at. You know, as much as my dad was a douche canoe, one thing I could say up until a certain age is he came to all of my sporting events. Where, like, I could remember, like, my mom was like a single mom working by herself. So, like, she didn't come to any of my sporting events, like, almost at all. Because she was working or doing her own thing, which I remember. So, because of that, I always told myself I'd never miss any of my kids' stuff. None of their sporting events, none of the school events. So, and if I can't go, Danny's always there. So, one of us is always there, no matter what. I think I had missed one baseball game last year. Makes you happy to see you sit your boys. Yeah, Jacob, I'm telling you, being a dad's the best thing ever. I would that's why I don't have a lot of friends, like real life, like no jokes. Like real life, I have no friends because I would rather hang out with my kids and my wife than go out to the bars or go out and do any of that stuff. Like, my kids are seriously a good time. And then not only that, but I have my 3 dogs. So between the dogs, kids, and everything, like, I don't have a purpose to go out and do anything. Like, all my fun's at home. Guys, I am 23 and a half minutes in already. I think Danny needs a 4th dog too. She keeps saying we won't. But I don't know. Holly, I don't know if we shared this story, but when we ended the live, when we were talking about getting Bailey, obviously we didn't even know her name at this time, we were joking about getting another dog. And we ended the live, Danny and I go talk. Danny and I are in the kitchen, probably talking for about 30 minutes. And then all of a sudden, she just breaks down. Just sobbing, like full on, like snot face, like crying. And like, I'm kind of like shocked. I'm like, what the hell is going on? And she looks at me and just says, what if it happens again? And then all of the fear of what happened to Bowser just came flooding back for everybody. And for those of you that don't know, our previous boxer, Bowser Boy, about died. He had to go have 3 surgeries. He spent 16 days in the ICU in University of Michigan. Like, we almost lost him several times. Blood pressure tanked. We had to rush him back. He was on 5 different medications for a while. And it was extremely difficult for everybody, especially Danny, who was like his nurse during that time. And it was like at that moment of like, all of Danny's hesitation wasn't about getting Bailey or getting a new dog. All of Danny's hesitation was the trauma that we all went through because of the Bowser situation and almost losing him. And then all the money that we had to put into it, and it was scary. And so it was just a lot for the family to deal with all at once. It was very traumatic for the entire community, and he's not even our dog. Yeah, exactly. I mean, the community was so helpful in everything that was going on and talking with us and talking us off the cliff, but it was one of those things where, like, we never realized in such a short period of time how much we all got attached to Bowser. And what was like 3 months, I think he was about 3 months old when all that happened. And so yeah, it was pretty damn hard on everybody, but extremely hard on Danny because she was the one doing a lot of the transportation back and forth to the vet at MSU and everything else that was kind of going on. And now he's back to the whole problem, right? Guys, we got 9 of y'all beautiful folks in here. If you haven't done so already, double tap that screen, hit that like button, hit that follow button. We'll truly appreciate that support. Guys, we will start karaoke here roughly in 15 minutes. So I will take song requests while finishing up my cardio. I do an hour of cardio a day, 5 days a week, down 52.5 pounds with another 9 pounds to go to reach my, well, technically my next goal is to be below 250, but my next real goal is to be 242. Be really curious to see what I look like when I lose the next 8 pounds. So yeah, Holly, I'll take song requests starting when I have 20 minutes left of cardio. The song Susie had me singing the other day had me dying. Had everybody in here dying. It's a good time. Remember, I'm here for a good time, not a long time. All right, we are 1.7 miles in. I don't even remember what song it was. Do incline? You talk about incline treadmill? Omar, there's no point because my goal is to keep my heart rate right around 135. If I turn on an incline, it's going to take my heart rate too high, and I don't want to do that. Oh, that's a good one. I was going to suggest something like, oh, that'll be a good one. All right, so like right now, actually, hold on. In another minute, I'll take my heart rate and I'll tell you guys everything. 3.8 speed. So my goal is to keep my heart rate right around 135. That's the fat burning zone. Anything too high, you start to work in a cardiovascular and you will start to burn muscle. And I don't want to burn muscle. I want to focus on burning fat, leaning up. So, well, give me just a second and I will check my heart rate. Actually, let's do it right now. So actually, my heart rate right now is 170, which is awful. That's way too high. Sorry, Susie, Holly, I missed your guys' comments. Michael, thank you so much for that comment. I appreciate that. That was truly nice of you, buddy. I appreciate that. Omar says, where are you? Doesn't look at you. Omar, I have a home gym. I work out in my basement. So the average decent sized gym in Michigan, probably about $400 a year, about $40 a month, maybe $30 a month. So I have 600 pounds worth of weight. I bought a brand new treadmill this year. I have a few dumbbells, not enough, and squat rack. I'm able to bench press. I have rubber mats. I have upper and higher pulleys. So pretty much have everything I need. I am a student, so the YMCA is the best option for you. Oh yeah. So Omar, when I was your age, when I was high school and college, I worked out at the YMCA in Owasso, and it was great. My membership buck was like $150 for a year or something like that. So when I lived in Lansing, I lived in an apartment complex. I think I paid like $33 a month for a gym membership. Actually, I used to work out with a lot of the minor baseball teams because the Lansing Lugnuts were in Lansing. So I used to work out with like them, and then all the teams that came, they'd work out at my gym because it was very big. But now I had a choice. Get a gym membership or work out at home where I can spend more time with my wife and kids. So now my kids are able to come downstairs, work out with me. I can play music as loud as I want, as long as the wife allows it. I can, work out without my shirt on. I can do whatever I want because it's my gym. I can videotape and record without offending anybody because it's my gym. Susie says it's raining, man. I seen your comment, Holly, that said something about women, but I missed it. I have a student, yeah. Replace the wife? I don't think that's an option. Michael, my wife does. I married one of the good ones. Like, my wife does all of my meal prepping for me. Like, so for like my diet, my wife makes all of my rice, chicken, and broccoli. And the days I'm running behind, she'll make my protein shakes for me. She'll get my coffee ready in the morning. Like, she does everything possible, because I work a lot. She does everything possible to make my life easier. So, takes all the kids to all the doctor's appointments. She's truly, truly amazing. Like, not only that, but now she property manages all of our real estate stuff and coordinates all that. Like, she's a rock star. I couldn't imagine a better person to partner with my business and have kids with. And I'm not just saying that's because she's probably listening, but it also doesn't help doesn't hurt my chances tonight. Let's be honest. Yes, exactly. Well, and it's crazy because like when we first considered investing into real estate, like she was so against it. And after doing some convincing and stuff like that, like it just kind of took off. And now we own 6 single family and 2 duplexes in like a little over 3 years. So 10 units in 3 years. Have to make it weird. I mean, Susie, would it be me if I didn't make it weird? Like, let's be honest. It's my baseline functioning. But again, do you let your kids eat junk food or, well, Omar, I don't force them to work out because they're 7 and 9 and technically, like lifting too much weights, it's not good for them. But we don't let them eat a lot of junk food. But again, they're kids. We let them have cake, candy, all that stuff in moderations. Susie, here's the other song. Fancy, come and fancy life. Can't start the car. We can't start it. We got another 20 minutes. Or wait, we got another 6 minutes. Sucks when the tenants have. Oh, Michael, you're not wrong there. You're 100% right. I almost said something that could get me in trouble long term, so I'll keep that comment to myself. Whew. You have over 1,200 units? That's crazy talk. That's awesome, man. Like, who is we? Your family? Nice. Do a chest? Do you chest? Kenneth, I'm not understanding. Cheat meals, yes. So, Kenneth, I allow myself to eat whatever I want on Saturdays. And so on Saturdays, if I want pizza, I'll eat pizza. If I want a cheeseburger, I'll have cheeseburger. So whatever I want. However, the last couple weeks I've been going too far with it, with just craving as much crap as I can in that 12-hour window. This week I limited myself. Like, I really tried to just eat crap when I was hungry. And I did a way better job this week than previous weeks. So, because last weekend I cheated on Saturday and Sunday, which was awful. So, when I weighed myself Friday, and then I weighed myself on Monday, I had gained 6 pounds. And I was like, that's ridiculous, 6 pounds. And so I told myself that I have to really cut back on like the cheat meals and stuff like that to do better. I've been in my current dwelling for 19 years. That's awesome, Holly. That's what I hope for. What up, JB? How you doing? Omar, you're gonna put your comment in again. I missed it. It's so hard for me to scroll up while on the treadmill, guys. I'm uncoordinated. I eat what I want since I walk daily. That's good, Michael. As long as you know. But for me, I was drinking tons of pop and soda and energy drinks, and I let myself go. So I had to basically make up for all the crap I ate. How are you? Kenneth, I'm doing great today, man. It was a very successful day. I lifted weights this morning. I went and made, $230. And then I'm doing my cardio now. It's been a very good day. I've controlled myself a lot because when I start, I can't. And that's how I am, Omar. So for me, I'm super ADHD. And so if I allow a chink in the armor, then the armor crumbles. If I don't allow that chink, then the armor stays strong for forever. So that's how I... JB, you forgot Bailey. We've got Bailey, Bowser, and Bella now for all 3 pups. Yep, Michael, and that's the plan. So even now at work, I park the furthest parking spot away at work. When I go into the store, I park farther out, forcing myself to walk. I purposely do things throughout the day to add steps into the day to improve just the natural stuff I have to walk. Omar, I'm the same way. It's the 3 B's. Oh man, my mom always used to joke about the 3 C's is what made her fat. Cookies, chips, and cheese. That's what she always used to say. She's like, I'm fat because it's cookies, chips, and cheese. It was always funny. We all stumble. The secret. Michael, and that's where it was. I stumbled that last weekend. Got back on the horse. Back to eating better. Now I feel better. I lost 50 pounds in 2 years. I used to be big as a kid. And I grew like a weed. That's kind of how I was in my younger age. I was very out of shape. And then I grew like 1.5 feet and kind of grew out of it. All right, we've got about 3 minutes, Holly. 3 minutes. So Holly, you've been here. So Holly, you can pick the first song. Let's be honest, I don't do a full song. But we can do Barney. We can do whatever. So, my back is just so bad right now. And the worst part about having big arms is I can't reach half of it. Mike, I always joke that I'm surprised my wife didn't leave me with as much weight as I got. Are you bodybuilding or maintaining muscle mass? Right now, I'm hoping to maintain while losing fat. So, that's the big goal. That's why I do cardio like this and not running cardio. Because if you run, if you run too much and do high active cardio, you'll start to burn muscle. And I don't want to burn muscle. Correct. It's hard to gain while you're trying to lose. That's why people have cutting cycles and people have bulking cycles where they try to do one or the other. So, but I would say I probably put on about 20 pounds of muscle since I started like eating better and taking care of myself. Because again, naturally by just eating protein every 3 to 4 hours and you maintain a diet, you're going to naturally start to increase some muscle mass just because you're constantly in a metabolic state I usually eat 30 to 50 grams of protein every like 3 to 4 hours. So, all right guys, hold on a second. Man, my back itches like crazy. Must be super dry. I shower like 2 or 3 times a day. All right, so what are we saying here? Raining men. Well, what did we agree on? He's got more moves. Watch him jiggle for you guys. Look at that. I think it's just getting exposed because you need to get as much protein to gain muscle. Guys, say the name of the song again. I'll look up the lyrics. I know, Holly, but say it again. I'm ADHD and I've already forgot. Guys, we are already 43 minutes into this treadmill experience. But, Raining Man. Lyrics to Raining Man. This is going to be great because I didn't take my allergy meds yesterday. So I can't breathe out my nose. So it's going to be like... Whoa, chorus. All right. We're going to have to blow it up because, I got bad eyes. Hold on, it won't let me. Oh, well, we're just gonna have to make do, guys. All right, y'all ready for this? I have to do incline stairs masters for cardio, but all right, guys. Here we go. You ready? Hold on. This thing's moving and squirrels. It's raining men. Hallelujah. It's raining men. Amen. I'm going to go out to run and let myself get absolutely soaking wet. It's raining men. Hallelujah. It's raining men. Every specimen, tall, blonde, dark. Oh, I'm definitely not lean. I'm thicker than a Snickers. Rough, tough, strong, and mean. God bless Mother Nature. She's a single woman too. She took off to heaven. And she did, whoa, and she did what she had to do. She brought every angel and rearranged the sky so each and every woman could find a perfect guy. I'm right here. It's raining men. Hallelujah. It's raining men. Amen. It's raining men. Hallelujah. It's raining men. There we go. Cat's ears are almost back. Your cat's upset. Question. Did you say you work? Yeah, Michael. So I work. I'm a social worker, so I screen people for crisis to determine if they meet criteria for inpatient psychiatric care, or sometimes they just need linked with like services for substance abuse or mental health services. So nights, weekend, it's my part-time job. I work, my office is actually in the ER. So it's just another thing I can do to kind of get back to the community. So that's my part-time job. And then my full-time job, I'm an ACT case manager where I work 45 to 50 hours a week doing that. So, all right. Next up, anybody else got any requests? I started singing and everybody left. I am so itchy. I'm like a crackhead over here, guys. Probably gonna get banned. Probably shouldn't have said that. Oh. You work as a masonry with Pops? Man, you'd be surprised, Omar, how many times I've looked for a masonry and I can't find one. I wanted to buy a property and it had, and I think this is what a masonry is, and they had like the glass brick in the wall, and I wanted to remove out the glass and put in brick and reseal off the wall, but condensation had got between the glass and the drywall and had caused mold. I literally couldn't get anybody to come in and fix it. I literally just got an update from TT and it said I couldn't care less. I'm like, well, that's rude. Next up, fancy like drink water? Probably. But in my Louisville, we are so much. Yes, exactly. Omar, I work in Saginaw. And so before the FBI's latest sting, FBI was considered one of the most 5 dangerous cities in the world for violent crimes, or at least I should say in the States. And the feds came in, federal, local, and state, came in and really cleaned it up. And it's no longer in the top 50, but there's a few times a week where the hospital goes on lockdown because someone's either shot or stabbed. All right, what do fancy like? All right, lyrics to fancy like. Okay. Okay, hold on. But every now and then, when I get paid, I gotta spoil my baby with an upgrade. Yeah, we fancy like Applebee's on a date night. Got the Bourbon Street steak with the Oreo shake, with some whipped cream on top too. 2 straws, 1 check. Girl, I got you. Boogie like Natty in the styrofoam. Squeaky squeaks in the truck bed all the way home with some Alabama Jamma. She's got Dixieland Delight. That's weird. That's how we do it. How we do fancy like. Oh, this is weird. Fancy like, oh. Fancy like, oh. Fancy like, oh. Oh, don't. I'm over it. Yeah, we fancy like Applebee's on a date night. Got Bourbon Street steak with an Oreo shake. Put some whipped cream on top too. 2 straws, 1 check. Girl, I got you. With Alabama Jamma. Song's weird. Next. Thanks, Michael. Appreciate it. Guys, we are 3 likes away from 20 likes. My goal is always to get 20 during a full workout, but we almost got 20 in just cardio. So I appreciate all that love and support, guys. You know me. I'm here all about the positive vibes. All about that positive vibes, guys. Life's hard, work's hard, school's hard. What's not hard is to be nice to each other. So I'm always trying to be nice. Actually, guys, I wore my You're Enough shirt yesterday, my suicide prevention sweatshirt yesterday. I had someone come up to me, tap me on the back, and she's like, thank you. She's like, that shirt means a lot. So it's pretty cool. Oh, Omar, it is so far family, it ain't even close, man. And the thing is, Omar, let me tell you a little bit about myself. I grew up HUD housing and food stamps poor. I grew up poor. I grew up mom not knowing if she's going to pay the rent or if she's going to pay the light bill or what's going to happen. But she was a grinder and she was a survivor. And I slept on a mattress in the living room. That was my bedroom. I had just a mattress, no nothing else, just a single mattress. Slept on the floor in the living room. My brother and sister had bunk beds in a single room. My dresser was the pantry where normal families would put food, but we didn't have a dresser, so my clothes went in the pantry. It was what it was. And so, at a certain point, I decided I'm not going to smoke, I'm not going to drink, I'm not going to do drugs. I'm going to take all that money, I'm going to save it, and I'm going to invest it. So when I was younger, I was like, man, a pack of cigarettes is like $8 a day. You know, you smoke a pack a day. 8 times 30 is this, times this. Like, people are, in 10 years, are spending $36,000 on cigarettes. And then you throw in drugs and alcohol, $50,000, $60,000 in a 10-year period on what? Nothing. I'm like, I'm not doing that. That's stupid. And so I started working, and I paid off my student loans. I paid off my house. I paid off my car. At the age of I think I was like 30, 31, maybe, no, 35. 34, 35, I had 0 debt at one point. Had all of my debts paid off. Then at that point, we decided to do a cash out refinance of our primary residence. And we used that money to invest. And that's how we started our real estate business. But it was only because I busted my tail and paid off all my debt. So I don't have an extra $300, $400 I owe every month on the student loans. I don't have an extra $300 I owe on a car. I don't have, a mortgage payment. Well, I didn't used to, on my house I have to pay. So if you pay debt off early, it's like repaying yourself at later years. So think about it, guys. I want you guys to really think about this. So if you have to pay $500, let's say cheap, $500 on your mortgage, and then you have to pay, $400 on student loans. Now you're at $900. Now you got a $400 car payment. Now you're at $1,300, and then you have a credit card bill that you're paying $400 a month on. Now you're up to $1,700. Think about if you paid all those off. Now you have an extra $1,700 a month. Instead of taking that $1,700 and just throwing it away or spending it, take that money, set it aside, invest it. The purpose of money is to make more money. Allow your money to work for you. Put it into a CD, invest in gold, invest into stocks, bonds, whatever it is. Used to love smoking, but I recently quit, and alcohol is very limited. Yep, and Omar, I drink once in a while, I'm going to be honest with the people. But again, not very often. And a lot of it comes down to I don't want to spend the money. When you grow up poor, I have a fear of being poor. So I work my tail off and save up money so I won't be poor. Sorry, my daddy called. Oh man, Susie, you missed me do Applebee's. And you missed me do, I can't remember the other one. Do you pay cash for cars or take the payments? So Omar, for my car, I paid cash for it. For my wife's car, we did a loan, but we put 10 grand down. So we could have paid cash for it, but the interest rates were better to take a loan on it and keep the extra cash on hand. So that way we could use that cash to buy our next rental property. So when you're always considering paying off bills, you look at the interest rate. And so if I can get a house for 6.5%, even 7%, and then I can make an ROI on a real estate property of 12%. Now I've increased that by 5%. Now you look into the tax benefits. You look at like the tenant paying down part of the mortgage. You look at the natural appreciation, the forced appreciation of the property. In 30 years, you're going to see a huge dividends because you decide to pay 7% interest on a car. It just makes more sense. People take the hit slowly instead of all at once. It depends, Omar, and each individual has to do what's best for them. That's why Dave Ramsey works so well for certain people. Because if you don't have the ability to be responsible and make smart decisions, then I highly encourage people to live the Dave Ramsey lifestyle of pay off all your bills, don't use a credit card, pay cash for everything. You know, it works great for people. However, if you have the ability to make smart decisions, nobody got rich by spending their own money. You get rich by spending other people's money. And so, take loans from the bank. Allow the bank to allow you to invest more than you would be able to invest. Guys, I appreciate the conversation. There's been 2 to 10 people on the entire time, and it only takes one person to continue the conversation. So I appreciate that. Guys, I am 57 minutes into this cardio, and you guys have made this so easy just by the conversation, and we're up to 20 likes. Omar, I'm not a big fan of Dave Ramsey either. But the thing is, before I even knew who Dave Ramsey was, I was living the Dave Ramsey lifestyle. So I was paying extra payments on my house, paying extra payments on my car, paying extra payments on my student loans. Like, I had all my student loans paid off by the time I was 28, I think it was. And I didn't graduate until I was 25. And then I had my car paid off super early. And then my next car I bought cash. And then I just started working my tail off to pay off my house. He's just the safe way. Well, but again, that's why I said for certain people, they need that safe way because they don't have the ability to be responsible. And without, like, setting firm limits. It's kind of like me and my workout. Like, if I only showed up when I was motivated, I wouldn't show up very often. I'm lazy. Like, I am a truly lazy person. However, I'm dedicated, I'm stubborn. So I show up day in, day out because it's on the schedule. Because it's what's supposed to be done. Like, it's not an option. Like, it was never an option for me to come home, get home at 8 o'clock at night, and not, or I actually got home at like 8:30 at night, and not do cardio. Like, it's on the schedule. Like, and I got home, wife's up there, looking cute, dogs are all playing. Like, every part of me would want to just go hang out with them. But it's on the schedule, and you do what's on the schedule. It's part of the special powers of people with ADHD. Like, you hyperfixate on whatever it is. Like, for a while I was hyperfixated on reading financial books. And I just read a couple of them. And I'm like, let's follow the dopamine somewhere else. And then I was like, let's buy a bunch of real estate. Follow the dopamine there. That was a good time. Then I was like, ooh, let's focus on social media. Let's build up our accounts. And like, we got monetized on this platform, and we got partnered on this platform. We got partnered on TT. It's like, okay, that was fun. Now it's like, what's next? It's like, next, we're gonna focus on our health. And so for the last 6 months, 7 months, we've been focusing on my health. And I've lost 52.5 pounds, and like all my focus is on that right now. People don't understand it's discipline, not motivation. I say it best. Motivation, you show up when you feel like doing it. Discipline, you show up when it's on the schedule. Discipline trumps motivation every day of the week. Motivation's bullshit. Discipline is the schedule. You follow the schedule. You're tired, you follow the schedule. You're ornery, you follow the schedule. Your body hurts, you follow the schedule. You don't have an excuse. Follow the schedule. You gotta take your kids fishing to get them. See, I'm more of a sports person. Like, my dad was into fishing and hunting and stuff. I never really got into that kind of stuff. Plus, there's not really a place to go around us. So, but hey guys, take a look at this. So, I just finished up working 8 hours. I lifted legs earlier. We did 3.8 miles, 60 minutes, 480 calories. And that's just taking a base person. If you guys take my size, that would be well over here. Let's do the quick math. Susie, you've never had Ben & Jerry's ice cream? So let's do a quick check into ChatGPT. I am 6'3" and I weigh 250.5 pounds. I just did 60 minutes of cardio on a 3.1 speed. Eight speed. How many calories did I burn? I love Ben & Jerry's. So guys, here you go. Here's ChatGPT. 6'3", 250 pounds, 3.8 speed, 60 minutes. I burned between 500 and 580 calories. So, and it could be upward to 600 to 700 depending on everything. So, it's the key is showing up. Discipline trumps motivation every day of the week, guys. Again, thank you guys. I appreciate all that support. My goal is to be below 250. Hopefully by Wednesday. I'll let you guys know how it goes. I'll update everybody. I'll make a video. Appreciate all that support. Love you guys. Bye.